So guys, we are almost ready with the 3D sketch of this thing. We don't need too much detail, we need just to figure out the parts, we need to figure out those things. So you see how here, let me show you, it's like straight a little bit, although here it's not, it's very little distance. In our case it's a little bit bigger. We'll see if we're gonna fix that. Later we will be able to do that. So then you have up, then you have down, then you have up, then you have down, then you have up, then you have down. You have to do this in order for this to look kind of nice from a side and nice overall. Also here, up, not up, down, side, down, side, down. We have to do also this, like step, step, step. And this bottom thing here seems like a one, kind of a straight line. And yeah, see, when I'm explaining that to you, I'm seeing it for myself too, because before that, you see how I did it. I did it like this, and then like this. You have to be able to kind of see those things. Even I, with all my experience, cannot see everything right away. It's gradually, you go to this area, you analyze it, you do it, you look at the concept and your thing, the concept, your thing, the distance between the things, how this kind of a thing is working here. In here it's a little bit different, it's not the same. Also this distance here in our case is maybe a little bit big, but it's okay. Probably it will be big if we are measuring from the horn to the side here in this area. So yeah, basically there are a lot of things, and of course we will probably never, even the best artists are never super like completely close to the concept. I mean, they are very close to the concept, they are almost perfectly close to the concept, but never as perfect as the concept. I mean, because it's a 3D overall, some things in 3D cannot be exactly as the 2D artist has drawn them, although most of the good 2D artists are thinking in 3D, so their stuff is great. I mean, this concept is very nice. I've seen very nice concepts from very good artists, and they don't lie. What I mean by that is when somebody is making a 2D concept, they can cheat here and there, and the things would not be as good in 3D if you make them exactly as the concept. But in this case, I think the concept is great in our case, so we are blessed to have this concept. And I don't like exactly this word blessed, because it suggests that I believe in some kind of a higher power or something. I don't think I do, but that's not relevant. I mean, yeah, I believe in good in people. I believe in myself also, in my kind of power to do what I need to do, to take care of my family and to work to make a good content for you guys and for myself. Because yeah, when I say for myself, yeah, I'm enjoying this. I enjoy doing this. I don't know if it's visible, but I sincerely like doing this kind of things. And YouTube videos also, and probably someday I will try to do a live video in YouTube. It will be pretty nice. But we'll see. So now we have this, and it looks kinda nice. It looks relatively nice. It's not the worst, it's not the best. We can continue with those armors here on the hip. For them, maybe we shouldn't make a 3D sketch. We don't need it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's a 1, 2, 3, and we'll make them very low poly. We will put them exactly where they should be, and everything should be okay. But before that, we need to make sure that the legs are in a good position. They have to be very nicely placed. We should make everything relative to the other things. So the legs relative to the horse, the legs relative to the body. Everything should be good, and then we can start doing our clothes, in this case armor. Before that, it wouldn't be that good. I mean, yeah. So now let's do something a little bit different. Now what I want to do is I want to take this body, and I want to make it a low poly version of it. I want to make a low poly version of it. Why, would you ask? You will ask. I will tell you, because with the low poly we will then move it very much easily and everything. So every time when I kind of go to this stage, I don't go much further with polygons. I try to be like this. You know, we can of course subdivide it now or make a Dynamesh in a bigger resolution, but no, we need to kind of make a low poly. With the low poly we will be much easier to manipulate the things, and I will show you why. Now, let's try it. So, how to do this? Look and listen very carefully. We are on this mesh. We will duplicate this mesh. Now I'm duplicating it because I will make the duplicate low poly, and then I will project the details from the high poly to the low poly by increasing the subdivisions. You will see. So first I will go and, where is the zero mesher? Zero mesher is nice. Let's try about 2.3 target polygon count, which is 3.3 thousand polygons. But since it has symmetry, it will be 5,000. Probably it will be around between 5 and 7,000 polygons. We'll see. So now I wait a little bit, and yeah, I have a lamp, by the way, here in this area. A lamp, pretty powerful. Okay, now I think this is looking relatively nice. Most of the time when I do this kind of thing, I look for the face. In this case we don't have a face, and for the fingers. The fingers should be fine, and they are pretty good. I like them, and I think this is amazing. So with this I can now go and shift click on this, on the eye here, and with shift click we are disabling the visibility of all subtools, and then I will click the eye without shift, without anything, just of those two subtools, so they could be visible. So now the visible tools will be the high poly and the low poly. The high poly is our previous mesh. The low poly is now the zero meshed mesh. And now what I will do is, it's very easy. Now I will Control D to subdivide this. Control D, one subdivision. Now we have one and we have two. So from here, from geometry, we have two subdivisions. The second subdivision will project all. Just don't touch anything here, just project all. You go to project, which is in the subtool menu, project, and you make sure only those two are visible, the high poly and the low poly, and you project all. Then press Ctrl D and project all. And then we don't need to project anymore. I will Ctrl D to make more geometry, but since this is a stylized or cartoon mesh, we don't need too much projection. We need to just go to the high poly and delete it, because we don't need it anymore. But make sure you delete the high poly. The mesh with the subdivision should stay. So now what I have here is a mesh which the low poly is 7,000 triangles or polygons, and the higher now is the fourth subdivision with almost 500,000, which still is not the biggest. Probably we will go one more, but for now it will be enough. We can go and make the legs a little bit better. We can smooth them. And now we have a lot of geometry to work with, which is great. Now, we'll continue. So we can work on everything, and as soon as you work a lot on any part, this part will become better and better. Especially if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, then you shouldn't be surprised if it doesn't go as planned. But it shouldn't also be something that bothers you that much, because with practice you will be able to do it. And now, as you can see, we have 4 fingers here, 4 toes, and I'm making them like close on these toes. Let's see what exactly they're... Okay, we have a step in here, so I will just with the standard brush, I will make sure I have this kind of step up. And then we have those claws. And they're pretty big, by the way. Mine are not that big, so I am a little bit confused. They have to be bigger. And this will look nicer if they're bigger. So you see how this leg is now. It's very thin here, and it's bigger in this area, but it's almost like a human leg. Like I told you in the beginning, when we were making the leg, the step in the sand, or step in wherever, it will be almost like human. It's not exactly, but it's similar to the human. So I will make this, although I don't have to. I mean, this is not exactly what you have to do, but if we know human anatomy and if we know animal anatomy too, this will help. But for this dragon, basically human anatomy is the must. We'll make even the Achilles tendon in here in the back, because this basically is a human leg. It's human leg with a little bit of a twist at the end, but basically a human. I mean, or maybe a chicken, who knows? Yeah, maybe a chicken leg a little bit, but mostly human. It has the chicken leg doesn't have this, what was called this, what I always forget this muscle, the calves. Yeah, it doesn't have this chicken leg, I think. Yeah, so basically human leg, or at least a primate leg. So maybe it could be monkey leg. But we are seeing that all the features of this dragon are kind of humanoid. He has almost absolutely humanoid arms, of course, a little bit more cartoony shape. Although they're not completely cartoony, they're more stylized, but overall the style is cartoony, in my opinion. It's not only stylized, it's not like League of Legends or something. It's stylized, it's cartoony, basically, I think. That's my thought in this process, Yeah, I will make this just to see what will happen. I will make one a little bit smaller in here. And then with the pinch brush, I will pinch it. I will pinch this one too. And this is starting to look pretty nicely. Of course, if I want those cracks on the armor, on the bone armor that he has on the front, to be a little bit more nice, I would make them without symmetry. But now I don't want to break symmetry just yet. It will be inconvenient for me to break symmetry just yet. Although if I break it only here and then apply it again, it will not be a problem. But the problem is that most of the time when I break the symmetry, I forget to apply it. And I know that. I know that for myself. So that's why I'm leaving it for later. Yeah, I will later break the symmetry. Don't worry about it. You probably would want to break it now. Cheers, yeah, thank you. You probably would want to break it now. But if you want, you can follow my lead. Yeah, I'm just trying things here. Just trying those kind of things on the knee area. Cartoony style. Looking good. Alright, we'll have the same things here on the back. Just cartoon style. Looking good. Alright. Alright. It is very funny. It's very nice. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit concerned with this dragon, because I told you I kind of start to like it, and it's too soon to like it. I mean, you cannot like it that soon. You have to wait a little bit to like it. So, yeah, probably I will restrain of liking it just yet, and we will like it after we make the poly paint. And the poly paint, by the way, is a good place to like your painting. Before that, you cannot like it. So I'm making here some things, but they're not gonna be visible that much, and that's why they're looking pretty weird. But we have a tail, so we cannot make whatever we want here. We have to consider that we have a tail. Now, I will show everything with shift click on the eye twice, and then I will disable the solo mode. And now we have this dragon, it's looking good. Okay, let's go to the tail, move it a little bit, work it. Alright, looking good. So what else we need that it's not here yet? So we need those things on the back here. I will make him very, very easy. Let me show you. I will go to the dragon itself. I will go down to subdivision because it will be quicker. Down you go to subdivisions when you shift D. And with only D you go up subdivisions if you have subdivisions. And when you press D, you will go to the top of the subdivisions. And then if you want more subdivisions, you will go Control D, but I will not advise you to do that yet. Maybe later. We'll do Control D, no problem. But now, no. And the other thing I want to do is go to the lower subdivision and make sure the arms are a different subdivision, different polygroup, because we have polygroups here in ZBrush and they're a very powerful tool. What will I use this? I will use this to be able to select the arm only, to mask it or unmask it when we kind of put it very close to the body. And if I have this subtool, if I have this polygroup, a different polygroup, it will be easier for me to select it. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to select. So, let me try to do it. Control Shift and do this. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I'm basically Control Shift dragging, Control Shift Alt dragging. Now I will do this grow. And when I see that this is going too much into the body, I will just go ahead and with the Control Alt Shift dragging, I'll disable those parts, and this we don't need. And obviously we don't need the more of the shoulder too. So now this I will group visible. And now they are another group, which is very cool. And also I would like probably to make groups for each finger separately. Or at least, yeah, each finger separately will be nice. So I will do this. And then I will disable and probably again clear some of the things and then group visible. Then I will do the same with the index finger. I will do this, then this, and then grow. Let me show you. So we have a part of the finger here. When we grow, yes, we probably don't want it to grow too much. Yeah, it's a little bit of tedious job, I know, but it's necessary. I will also use this, and then here I will group visible. And we have two more fingers. So for the middle one, I will do this, and then we should make grow. Grow. One more grow. Yes. One more grow. Probably not exactly. So until here it will be fine. So group visible, and then for this one too, I will take it, and this will work if your polygons are kind of not in a spiral. Now we have very nice polygons parallel to each other, which is good. If they're on a spiral, it will be difficult to do this. Okay, I think this will be the other finger, group visible. Now we have each polygon, each of those another polygroup. And when we go to the top subdivision, which is with Control D, I can mask. For example, let me show you how I mask the arm itself. I will press W and Control click on this polygroup, and I will be able to mask this arm. And if I go down to subdivision levels, I can Control click on the arm. So now Control clicking when you have mask is feathering the mask, so the mask becomes feathered. And now we can do this if we want. Of course, this will give us a little bit of a problem, so we don't do this. But yeah, basically this will be one of the ways we will pose our character later. And now it's ready to pose, and we will go to the back and I will show you how you make those things. So I will just make a little masking here. I will extract this mask, accept it, and then this thing I will Dynamesh. In 88 resolution is too much, 40. Yeah, 40 is nice. And now I will go with my pivot and stretch it. Then I will smooth it. And then with the move brush, I will move it and paste it into position a bit. You see? It's just, you can do everything from everything in ZBrush. And this is the way. Mask, extract, then Dynamesh, stretch, Dynamesh. Yeah, I will Dynamesh it again. And this will be it. Now I can go and drag it down, put it here, drag it down, put it here, drag it again, rotate it. It's nice to rotate it, by the way. Then I will put it the other one here, rotate it a bit. Yeah, those, by the way, are more triangular, so I will just fix the form very quickly with the move brush, and then I will move it here, and let's see how they go. Alright, so I will go smaller. I even can make it smaller. We have to wait. ZBrush basically is saving every 20 minutes, which is alright, because we will not lose more than 20 minutes of work if we need to lose something. I don't think we need, by the way, so we'll see. So one here, even smaller, and one probably here at the end, even smaller. And I'm moving it with control dragging. Of course, since we have perspective on, some of them are stretched, especially when yeah, because my pivot is not in the middle, which in your case could be better, hopefully, but in my case it's a problem, and I will have to go and manually smash them with the move brush and smooth them. Basically, we will get it done. Smooth, smash, whatever you have to do, you do. And this is, our dragon is starting to look just amazing. Just so good. No, it's not looking perfect, but move topology brush also can work here. I can move those with from distance, from big distance. I can move them with the move topology brush. And yeah, that's it for this video. We'll continue in the next one with something else. Probably we will make maybe the gloves. Yeah, we can make the gloves, although yeah, we have to make them before we pose the character, so it will be cool. We'll make the gloves, and we can make some things for the horse. We can yeah, we can concentrate on the horse, by the way, because we have more things to look at the horse right now. So we have to do this. Okay, bye for now. See you in the next video. Or audio. No, radio. No, video. Okay.